While a lot of people found this chapter to be rather lackluster, it at least answers our important question about Gojo. Despite having all of Gojo's memories and all of Gojo's abilities, Yuta is not performing anywhere near as Gojo would have. Not only is Sukuna heavily weakened and heavily fatigued, but the only two hands that he actually has working are on one side and the other two are literally nubs. And yet, despite Yuta having all of Gojo's memories, abilities, and body, he could not perceive Sukuna's movements. You can say that Sukuna caught Yuta off guard because Yuta didn't know they could use domain amplification inside of a domain expansion, but at the same time, Sukuna completely perception blitzed Yuta all the way to his face, which is not something that Sukuna was ever able to perform on Gojo. Actually, it was the other way around. Right after this moment right here, while Gojo was in the zone, he speed blitzed Sukuna twice. Not only that, but we know that Sukuna's refinement is also weaker because Yuji, who's new to Simple Domain, was still able to withstand it for 99 seconds. Whereas a fresh, fully powered Sukuna was able to crumble Gojo's Simple Domain twice in less time than that. And yet, despite that, Yuta's refinement with Gojo's domain expansion still only tied Sukuna's domain. Had this been a fully powered Gojo against a heavily weakened Sukuna, Gojo's refinement with his domain expansion surely would have crumbled Sukuna's domain. So this answers the question. Gojo was always the strongest because he was Gojo. He wasn't just Gojo because he was the strongest. And the best part is, I feel like Sukuna is going to understand this as well too. If Yuta continues to have this lackluster performance, then even Sukuna knows that nobody else could have done what Gojo did unless it was Gojo specifically. Now, I do think that Yuta was supposed to perform better on the second half of this chapter, but as we know, Akutami wasn't feeling good, which is why we only got 7 pages. Which I think would make sense in the timeline. 7 to 8 pages of Yuta not doing so good, and then maybe just ramping up for the last 7 or 8 pages. Not necessarily getting the advantage, but maybe just doing better than he did originally. Now again, we are unfortunately on a 2-week break because Akutami is sick, so everyone please be patient and let's all just be grateful that Akutami put anything out despite the fact that he wasn't feeling good.